You'll notice with these guys, the pole is back further and we see more of the kite. I'd say that's going to make life a lot easier when he goes into this jibe. Yeah, the other one we noticed the pole was further forward and we didn't see as much spinnaker. And even there, you see that? The spinnaker floated to the left. Now he goes through the jibe. See that massive movement on the pole?
Yeah.
That's not great. We don't like that. Because again, that was a big movement on that pole and that really shakes the spinnaker. So the trimmer, who is the one who's going to get all the blame, really wasn't their fault there. That was, or I was going to say the MAGA hat up the front. Controversial color hat here. So they're sailing high. That pole is very far forward right now. We're not seeing so much spinnaker. So when they go through this jibe, I say they're not going to have a fun of time.
Right.
Yeah, that pole's way too far forward. Look at this, the wind is dead behind them. Their main is in, which is not great. Now they pull the pole back and he's already taken it off. So, a little bit messy. And then that's what some people do as well. You notice that he had it on the guy and then he had it on the new guy. I'm not a fan of that because again, it's like as you're pulling the pole across, you're affecting the sheets for that trimmer.
Right. So ideally, like, walk us through what that looks like. If you're like unclipping the whole...
Good question. So let's go over let's try the list from the very, very start, right? From the stern all the way to the front. So as a skipper, what I'd look to do is definitely have the boat at the correct angle to the wind. So if he's too high, the pole's too far forward, you're going for a big jibe there. Lots of angles, lots of changing of angles, which is not ideal for all the crew, right? So the first thing I would do is start slowly bearing away, have my main out, and try and get that pole back, right? And that can take 10 seconds. You can do that slowly before you even go into the jibe. Just be like, so before you even say to your crew, set up for the jibe, you're slowly bearing away, and your crew's pulling the pole back because they're trying to trim to the wind, right?
Yeah.
Once you're ready for the jibe and you start bearing away, the person up the bow, it's off mast. And when it comes off the mast, don't start pulling it across. Just push the pole up or down, depending on the angle of the clip. Some of them face down, some of them face up. But what you're trying to do is just get it off the guy immediately before you even move the pole across the boat.
Off the mast, off the guy.
Yeah, so off the mast, off the guy, and then when you come onto the new side, then it's onto the guy. And when you put it back on the mast, I like to hear made.
Okay.
Go for it, you're right.
Oh, like gently push it back out to...
Yes.
And then onto the pole.
Yes, so it's off, it's never like jumping across or anything. It's always like if it comes off the mast, then it's the center, then it's the end.
So like they're like pulling the guy like onto the pole rather than like, yeah, letting it kind of go out naturally.
Yeah, well I'm noticing two things here is as they jibe, they're taking it off the mast, but they're not taking it off the guy.
Okay.
They're taking it off the mast and putting it straight onto the new guy, so you have a pole that's connected to both sheets.
Yeah.
That is a way, it's a technique, it's not one that I'd be a fan of because, yeah, as you're pulling that across to put it on the new guy,
Yeah.
you're pulling the old sheet in and you're affecting the trimmer's ability to keep the kite flying.
So when you actually move the boom across, it should be free.
Yeah, so because you've got a main trimmer that's not doing anything else,
It's just fine.
that main trimmer's, well, we're talking about the main trimmer. So you've got your kite trimmer who's trimming the kite. The main person should be looking at the main.
Okay.
And I find, especially when it's light weather, sometimes they're a bit too keen, like they pull it in too quick, and it's like you're almost stalling the sail, you know? So it is really important that you get the timing of that across correctly, because if you get the timing of the boom coming across as the kite is dead downwind, you're kind of removing that wind blanket on the new side for the kite to be able to fill. So that is a good timing of the mast, of the boom there, because now you can see the kite just wants to fill on the new side. That was good. So you can see before they even go into the jibe, pole's back, sail's fully out. That is a good angle to start your jibe. Where the issue on the other boat is they kind of rushed into their jibe, but their boat wasn't even set up for it, so they're kind of like setting up for failure, you know? For this one now, pole's back, he's almost dead downwind, which is good, because he's about to jibe any second here. Possibly. bearing away, so the pole's coming off the mast any second now. There we go. Pole that, see, that's much better to see the pole. Oh, she did flip it on the new side first. Okay, but you can see definitely a lot smoother in changing the angle on the of the boat.